Girls, how you doing? Let's know that the pickacard today is going to be what's happening. I like to do this at the beginning of the week, but it doesn't really matter when you're watching it. Let's do 2 parts and then we check it out, right? I did survive the exercise. That was so brilliant. I never sweat that much in my entire life. Okay, so I love that. Okay, so let's go. 1, 2, 1, 2. I know, every single time. Part number 1 was happening. 7 of Wands. The Sun, 4 Pentacle, interesting. So someone obviously is trying to resist you. What the point? I mean, seriously. Yeah, someone is fighting against you, or maybe the ego is fighting more importantly, and they don't want to be the first one maybe to contact. Whatever, you know, the ego has to calm down, right? So they're watching you, or they're watching everything you do on social media, whatever. They're watching you, watching you, but at the same time, you know, wishing to be next to you, around you, talking to you, but not moving. Maybe someone who chose someone else, big mistake, just saying, right? Then again, you know, maybe they was for money, or maybe they stick to the career but do not want to engage anything coming to the heart, whatever that means. I don't know. Why am I speaking English? I don't know. Anyhow, well, what's happening is they cannot deny themselves. You know, there's a connection to the inner child here. The Sun is the best card of the whole deck. When they're around you or with you, they're the happiest they've ever been, but also probably closest to the truth. It's an inner child connection here. So when they're with you, they're at home. And they cannot find this with anybody else or anywhere else. So what's the point? You know, when you have that level of closeness, you know what I mean? Why are you fluffing around, right? Let's have more information. Yes, yeah. Definitely, there's a choice to be made. They may be stuck with someone because of the money or because of the career, whatever, or they're taking a risk with you, engaging the heart. But also it could be, I'm stuck in my ego, I don't want to be the first one to contact you, and then I can make actually a choice to forget my ego and to be realistic, right? A choice has to be made. Yeah, someone is running away from the emotion. You think so? They're trying to maintain the illusion, the magician. That's what the magician does, you know, make you believe they're all well, they're all fine, they're brilliant, everything's under control. Actually, inside, they're burning. But they manifested you. So if they were so happy with somebody else, or in their work, or stuck in the ego, then they would have not manifested you. Who's the daddy now, right? They're not very happy. They can't sleep at night, they're overthinking it, they're depressed, they whatever. They're not happy. But they stick to the ego. They stick to the karmic as well. Or maybe they saw you as, you know, sexually a bit of an obsession. Is that it? I don't think so. And you're just there, you know, waiting. Without waiting, doing your thing. This is the Empress position, but also them having to choose between two. Do we have the memo here or what? Indeed. So what are we going to do about this? People. Yeah, there is an idea of recognizing each other and then have to separate for a while in order to learn the lesson, switch off the ego, clear the situation with someone else maybe, and come towards you. You, on the other hand, you had to take care of business. You had to develop your own business. You had to develop a lot of things. By the end of the day, boom, bada boom. You're meant to be together. And there's an idea of a power couple. Happy ever after. You name it. Absolutely beautiful, powerful, engaging, gorgeous, passionate, productive, you name it. Boom, bada boom, right? Okay, so we don't need to go any further. So this is happening. I'm loving it. And your career is kicking as well. Let's get that very straight. So let's have a major arcana here. Excuse me. Wheel of Fortune. Coming out a lot on readings at the moment because it's a new phase. Excuse me. Georgie is here. Yeah, it's a new phase, it's a new chapter because the ego has to go. And they had to go through this experience to switch off the ego for good. Because they have such a big ego, they have to calm down. Here we go. And also for you, it's like concretization of your hard work, your effort. Beautiful. You haven't, worked on your business for nothing. Now you receive the fruit of your labor. Oh, I'm loving it. Oh, yeah. Okay, so part number 2 was happening. Ooh, 4 wands. King of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. Wow, this is very powerful. Someone had to leave, or maybe you have to leave somebody, something behind, a limiting belief maybe, and really go back to opening the heart and be very much elevating yourself. Or someone had to leave something or somebody behind, but it's more like a limitation of the heart, like I put money first, or I put my career first, when actually I have to be true to myself. The heart has to be open. You cannot be truly happy if your heart is not open. You can have a lot of money in your bank account, but you be alone. So, not happy. So someone maybe was very much in their career. Maybe as well someone was trying to become that King of Pentacles, or thought they were the King of Pentacles. A male, female, doesn't matter. Is someone who very dedicated to the career, also to the family, want to treat people with respect, with one queen and one queen only, but maybe they were with the wrong queen. So maybe they have principle, like there's certain things I need to do, there's certain things I don't allow myself to do, but actually they have to realize maybe I made the wrong choice. Excuse me, boys, George. The thing is, now they are in connection with the twin flame. It's, whether you like it to call it twin flame or not, it's someone very relevant that is so connected to you that's going to actually trigger you to learn the biggest lesson of your life. So label or no label, we don't care. It's a, level of connection that is so powerful that you cannot be indifferent to it. And even if you thought that you were all sorted, you're going to have to rethink it. Let's have more information here, right? Maybe there was a massive attraction between you two and that person cannot deny it. There's a new beginning with a lot of passion. Maybe that is something going against the principle. Maybe that's yourself, you had your life very well polished, very well organized, and suddenly, oh my goodness, passion is taking over. That was not on the calendar and don't like it, but is taking such a dimension now, is passionate, okay? So yeah, the idea we're trying to push it away, or maybe we're trying to go back and forth, but you cannot get rid of this, because a twin, you're not going to get rid of a twin. And nobody will get closer to that twin energy anyway. But you did fight. Oh my God, what do we have here? Oh boy. Yeah. So maybe, excuse me, underneath that passion, that attraction, there was actually a connection that is a real deal. Maybe someone thought, oh, my life is well established, everything is under control, but I'm with the wrong queen. And now they found the perfect queen. Male, female, doesn't matter. And that can be 2 queens, 2 kings, doesn't matter. But the thing is, he looked like first as an attraction. Because quite often, when you have that connection of the twin flame, it's very powerful. Your body recognizes everything is like woof in my face. And you think, oh, it's just an attraction, it's just passion. But underneath, we have 2 people who have the same principle of values, respect, doing the right thing, building a career as well, very ambitious, very, very driven people. But, with proper principle, not blind to money. No, it's about doing the right thing, making career, but the right way. Wow. Oh, 2 cards at the same time. Yeah. So someone maybe has to cut off the other counterpart, and also cut off what they thought, was, maybe I shouldn't do this, maybe it's not correct. But actually, yes, you have to do what's correct, and if it's correct to you. It might not be correct in a sense of, what I managed to be married with that person for so many years. How comes now changing everything? If you align to yourself, therefore to that person, this is not correct. Sometimes you have to, decide, well, actually, as much as I wanted to keep the family together, I'm not happy with you. And I free you to find also your person. but you have the Lady of Justice here. And also, excuse me, goodness me, you have that knowing. You have the knowing. So it's kind of like the High Priestess is someone who has many different lifetimes, and you understand, you see the truth, behind the facade. I think you already know. Maybe they find themselves in a situation where they're a little bit in between the loyalty, the commitment to someone else, and you. Your connection is so strong, much stronger than my voice. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have a major arcana because my voice is, I don't know where it's going. Oh boy. Okay, very powerful pile though. What do we have? Judgment here. It's about saying the truth to yourself. It may not be the traditional way of leading your life. It may not be staying married to the person you committed to, but it's about doing the right thing. Spiritually, your heart is not there anymore. You realize that what you thought was the real deal is not. And it's something much more, it's much bigger and grand than you ever thought. It's spiritual, and that connection is not going anywhere. So you have to go back to your truth. Be honest with yourself. Where am I going? What do I truly want? Why am I connecting to this person in such depth that I just blow my mind? You have to be honest. And even if you don't want to be with your twin, that is a decision you make. Obviously, you have free will. Fair enough. But you have to be conscious that you're making the decision. And you know that you're doing the right thing for you, for your people, for the person you're with. The whole shebang. It's very powerful power here. Very powerful. Probably why my voice couldn't handle it. Anyhow, have a beautiful day and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.